Aries season. Sun is officially in Aries, which is important for everyone, but it's most important for us. So I'm going to do current energies reading. So this isn't the weekly. I'll do that one on Sunday. This is just what's going on right now and how things have shifted for us. I'm going to start off by pulling 3 cards for advice that we'll read at the end. I'm using my own deck for that. So can I have 3 advice cards for Aries face down for what current energies they're dealing with? 3 cards face down for the current energies that Aries is dealing with. Okay, we'll take 1 and 2. And then 1 more, please. 1 more card for Aries. Okay. Now today's the 20th, so we have the spring equinox. We'll have Saturn changing signs. So there's a lot of movement this week, which should make the weekly interesting. So let's see what we're dealing with. What is the current energy for Aries? Today is March 20th. 2020. What is the current energy for Aries? I'll take both. Okay, interesting mix. So gratitude and instinct. Not sure how these play out with each other. So certainly a moment of to be thankful for that which you have, thankful for the people that surround you, thankful for the heart connections that you make. Also, like the ties that you have, the things that bind you to other people in a good way. That in this moment, it's best to stay in sort of your gratitude energy, sort of count your blessings. The other is this instinct card, which talks about really moving according to your intuition and your instincts and following them and trusting them. And so it's like there's these 2 figures here, right? And so if you're of 2 minds, stick with your instincts, go with what your gut and what your heart is telling you. Let's see how the rest of this plays out. What is the energy? What are the challenge energy for Aries right now? Actually, I'm just looking at these cards again, and it's like this thing that's kind of surrounding it, this unidentifiable power, that's kind of like the instinct. It's the signals, it's the energetic vibrations that are coming to you from around the universe. It says to me, like, also if you have like new people or new connections in your life, or figuring out connections, to really trust that instinctive knowledge, because you see how they're like sort of bound in these this is the physical manifestation, so they're bound in these beautiful vines that are growing that connect them together, and so it's sort of like born of the instinct. So that's okay, too many. Can I get the challenge energy for Aries right now? Challenge energy for Aries. It's kind of like, do I trust? Do I not trust? Nice card. Challenge is the King of Wands, the creator. And it's interesting because I brought out my firestones on purpose to sort of celebrate this Mars energy. And that's also, like the instinct that comes from there, from trusting what your gut tells you. So here I had said it before, like trust your gut, the feelings that you're getting from the universe, and also trust your heart. So you may have some, and it may be because of the Mercury in Pisces, that your vision is clouded, that your understanding is clouded. You might be looking for some sort of rational confirmation, and really it's an energetic confirmation that you need to have right now. But it's also talks about, as this being the challenge, sort of like harnessing the power to create that you have within you. So perhaps not seeing it, not trusting it, not giving thanks for it, that there's this sort of sacred fire that burns in all of us, particularly as Aries, that guides us and leads us forward. And sometimes we may not trust it. And to me, what this is saying is that that's, especially since you see how she's got that pregnancy right there. So it's like this thing that's being birthed from the third chakra, from the sacral chakra. It's an instinctive calling. It may have to do with professions. It may have to do with desires. It may have to do with other people. Whatever it is, there's something that is in your sacral chakra that is trying very hard to get in touch with you. And for those of us who are in quarantine or lockdown, or who are busy thinking about this situation, this may give us the opportunity to connect with that energy. Now let's get some more cards here. Can I get the current energies? Where are we on our path here? What's the current path for Aries? Wait, okay. Hold on. Oh, interesting. Okay, so 29 and 11 coming to life. And again, there's that sacral fire. Okay, so the coming to life is that pregnancy, right? Something that's been in the works, or something that's been going on for a long time, right? It's been cooking for at least 9 months or maybe less. And it's something that comes from within us. So an idea, a project, a relationship, some sort of desire that comes from within us is about to start manifesting. Because now you see how this person, he channels the fire from within and he turns it into something that's visible to the rest of the world, right? And this sort of interim here, talking about the gratitude with the pregnancy in the middle, is sort of an instinctive, following your instincts on how to manifest it, right? It's like you channeled it, you wanted it, it's been in the making, and now it sort of passes into the next phase, which is we take it out of our sacral chakra and into the world, start bringing it into the world. So something you have wanted, something you have manifested or been trying to manifest has arrived, because that's this coming to life card. Now let's see. I guess the question is, are you not seeing it? Is that why this instinct? Or is this talking to me? This may have to do with also the moons, that maybe at that new moon, things will start to become clearer, or things will start to be, go into like overdrive. Whatever it is, it's sort of sequential here to me. It's like, you've had this thing from inside, this deep desire that's been a challenge, and a nonstop challenge, but that will take you to a sort of king of wands, something you're very passionate about, something that is a very mature desire and a mature manifestation. It's been in the works, and it's something that you love very much, that has come from your instincts, and through instinct you have been carrying it forward. And now you're ready to offer it to the world, or now it's here, you know. So this may actually also be receiving from the outside world, not only giving from within yourself, but also receiving from the outside world. So this says something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. All right. I love it when I'm right. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe, and I would say gratitude. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Lovely. So that's also what this instinct card here is about, right? It's not about necessarily rationalizing your next step. It's just the more you listen to that fire and to those energetic forms around you, that is how you're being guided towards where you're meant to be. Now, got cards all over the place here. Let's get 3 more cards here to finish this story out, even though it looks pretty clear. All right, let me get 3 cards, please, to finish this. 3 cards, current energies for Aries. Three cards. Current energy for Aries, March 20th, 2020. Okay. Oh, nice. All right, so like totally Page of Pentacles started off as like a little baby idea, and there it is, right? It's been in the birthing process. That's our Empress. So, and she's always the card of pregnancy, so which echoes this this energy also. Really flourishing, really expansive, and it's just a question of time at this point because the ships are coming in, so they're coming towards you. And that's a 3. This is the 3rd month of the year. So there we are, waiting and watching for our dreams, the Wands, the King of Wands, the thing that takes this from the 3 of Wands to the King of Wands to come to us. And it's, you know, the confirmation that it's on its way is hard to ignore. Let me get 1 advice card. So I won't keep this too long of a reading because it's pretty tight. Let's get some advice. I brought 2 decks for advice. One is this one, and then the other one is the Keepers of the Light, since we still have lots of Pisces going on right now. Okay. So, oh, that's so funny. Lady Venus. And it says, Lady Venus downloads an understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm, right? So that was kind of what I was saying before. Like, pay attention to the energies around you. Pay attention to your instincts. Like when you ask yourself a question about what do you want to do, or what should you do, or what's your next move, or what, like what's the first thing that comes into your mind before you have time to rationalize it. If you say, what do I want to do? Or what do I think this is? Or what's my next step? Blah, blah, blah. You know, what do I want to be when I grow up? What's the first thing that comes to you? Because that information is being sent, like I said, it's coming both expressed from within and receiving from without. Because downloading and understanding means that not only is it coming to you, but that it also makes a connection in your body. It connects all the pieces, because you can get downloads and still not understand them. So, you know, just it confuses you even more. And this is really about starting to see very clearly the answers that you've been looking for, or starting to see the proof of the manifestation. Let's get one more card, please. Okay. Oh, this one's awesome. You know, I've never gotten it, but I love it. It says, just say yes. Okay, like, so, you know, it's funny because I was saying, like, whatever your question is, take the first answer. And this is, I love this reading because it's so simple. And look, there's all those lights coming down, right? Like this one, like this one, like this one. All these lights coming down to guide your instinct. The answer is yes. So whatever you're asking yourself, but it's not even, it says just say yes. So that it's you. It's actually on you. It's not about waiting so much from the outside world. Remember, here's the 3 of Wands and here's those 3 figures. It's not necessarily about waiting. It's about allowing. Right? Because the signs are there. What you wanted is in front of you. It's visible, like these ships. You can see it. It's a matter of letting it come to you. And when it comes to you, accepting it, right? Because this guy could easily like see these ships coming in that he's been waiting for so long and also be like, now I'm out, right? I'm too afraid to see what's on those ships, or I don't want to investigate further. No, I'm going to just stick to what I was doing anyway, even though he planted that 3rd wand to get out of that 2 of Wands. And so this says to me, just accept it. Whatever the clues are that you're starting to get what it is that you wanted, what you hoped to manifest that's been in the works for a very long time, much like a pregnancy, has been growing with natural timing, right? You can't rush the development of a tree, right? I can't like wish it into being faster. It grows at the speed that it needs to grow. And now it's visible. You can see it, right? And that's also like, here it's like the clouds sort of shifting so you can see the moon there. So you're starting to see this thing that you wanted manifest, and understanding that, yeah, this is what you wanted. Here it is. Empress, right in the middle, showed up. Fabulous blessing, fertility, blessings, love, Venusian abundance. But you, last step, have to take it, right? You have to connect. It's not enough to download the information, not enough to see the manifestation. You actually have to then meet it halfway and accept it. So that's kind of like, that's like the catchphrase, right? You can't just wish for it anymore. It's there. You actually have to pick it up now. All right, so let's read these cards here. If you picked this one, this is, the book. So the book says it's about learning, wisdom, and knowledge. And it says, we go to books when we don't have the answer, or we go to books when we want to discover to go deeper, or to learn something new. Yet all books are not equal. Pay attention to where you are seeking answers in your life. Have you consulted all the right texts? It's likely that there is still more information to seek out. So to me, this one says, for those of you who've been looking everywhere for the answer, remember I said at the beginning, like, it's not about your rational mind. Your answers are, oops, I just folded the shit out of that one. Sorry, card. Your answers are in your instinct and in your willingness to say yes to the things that come to you. Right? So if you keep turning down opportunities, you can't be all bummed that your dreams didn't happen. It's like, you know, I know I've told this joke 1,000 times here, but I'll tell it again. It's that old joke about the guy goes to the saint to pray every week, and he says, please, God, let me win the lottery. Goes again in front of the saint, and he says, please let me win the lottery. Again in front of the saint, please let me win the lottery. And this time the saint, the statue, speaks to him and he says, my son, please buy a lottery ticket. right? So it's not enough to wish. You actually have to be willing to also accept it when it does come to you. So if you've been looking for the answers, it's in your instinct, and the answer is yes, but you say yes. Let's get this one. Ooh, this one's a fox. So the fox is sly, dangerous, cunning, and strategy. The fox is sly. He moves quite. Oh, it's kind of like this, right? Although that's a wolf, but I usually get them confused. The fox is sly. He moves quietly and quickly through the night. In culture, the fox is always represented as a figure able to swindle his prey thanks to a sharp mind. Are you plotting something, or do you fear that someone is trying to fool you? Are you wary that there might be people in your environment who don't have your best interest at heart? When you see the fox, make sure that you have all the fine print in order on whatever you have going on in your life. The truth always comes out in the end. So interesting. So this to me says that maybe there's an issue of trust in some of your like relationship situations, that you don't trust the person. The answer is stick with your instincts, and I would say in this case, the answer being just say yes. It's like say yes to what you already know. So if there is reason for you, if your instinct is telling you this person is not worth trusting, then your answer is yes. But again, maybe it just needs some time for things to come to light or life. But if it's that you're like afraid of getting involved in something because you're hyper paranoid, like think everybody's trying to screw you, that's part of the screw you, and not in the good way. That's part of this, right? That trepidation or throwing past bullshit onto new situations is how you keep your distance, is how you say no to things that are coming in. It's like, oh no, I already know how that's going to turn out, so let me just like pull the brakes on here, or that person's going to screw me over, that situation's going to screw me over. So if you don't have concrete evidence, but you're sort of stepping away and saying no because there's trust issues, not in others, but in you, I would say, maybe there's an opportunity to shift some patterns there. Just like make sure that your trust issues aren't keeping you from getting what it is that you want. And the last card is the knot. And the knot is block, intertwined, bound, and tied. So the knot carries two very different energies with it. Ancient marriage ceremonies were performed by tying a knot around the wrist of two people, very much like this kind of card here. However, we also say that when we have a knot in our stomach is when something is not sitting right. That knot can be a source of comfort or a source of anxiety. Either way, you are currently feeling tied to something. If that fills you with comfort, then this is a positive omen that the knot is strong. If you look at this card with anxiety, it's time to start examining where you can loosen the strings in your life. Ooh, interesting. I know I'm not supposed to compliment those because I wrote them myself, but every time I read these cards, it's like I'm reading them for the first time. It's really interesting. Actually, I found a typo in this one too, so I have to fix that. But that's interesting too. And this goes back to the instincts, trusting your instincts, right? So it's like, does this person or does this situation make you feel like you have a knot in your stomach? Or does this person, situation, project, whatever, make you feel solid, bound, like it's something that you can connect with and be thankful for, much like this. These two are bound by love, by friendship. The answer is instinctive. So again, and this feeds with all the other things. It's not about defaulting into a mistrust state. It's also not about looking for the answers in books, right? I know a lot of times when we want to know what to do, we go to astrologers, we go to tarot readers, and we look for the answers there. What this is saying this week is that the answer's within you, and you have to, whatever the answer is, you know it already, but you have to say yes to it. right? In order to see it. In order for this to come from within to without, you have to download and understand. And so that seems to be the energy that's going on here right now. Anyway, pretty cool reading, all things considered, going on in the world. And I will see you on Sunday for the weekly. Take care.